that the odds are very high I'm going to be the nominee.
Yeah. It's getting easier. See, that's the thing about polls. They're unfortunately followed by the voting. The two don't really match up exactly.
Newt Gingrich came in fourth in Iowa.
Newt Gingrich finished fourth last night in New Hampshire.
Say hello to the new president of Portlandia, Newt Gingrich. But listen, Newt Leroy Gingrich isn't going to let something like nobody voting for him stop him from becoming the nominee. He's playing a long game. The next stop is South Carolina, a state whose population is far more diverse than Iowa and New Hampshire. Newt decided to make a bold play to expand his race.
Obama is the best food stamp president in American history. I would like to be the best paycheck president in American history. I am prepared, if the NAACP invites me, I'll go to their convention and talk about why the African American community should demand paychecks and not be satisfied with food stamps.
And then I will stand there as the applause washes over me and gladly accept my new title as the King of Kwanzaa. Now, obviously, some may quibble with the idea that Newt Gingrich must enter into, you like that? Quibble with the idea that Newt Gingrich must enter into the bowels of the inner city to explain to black people the power of the paycheck. Some may mention that, half of food stamp recipients are actually white. That 75% of families receiving food stamps also bring home at least one paycheck, so they also work. It may be unnecessary to perhaps lecture African Americans on their work ethic. Newt's got a pretty good response to that.
The Democratic National Committee took totally out of context half of a sentence. Okay? I mean, clearly, as somebody who has served with Colin Powell, somebody who served with Condi Rice, I have a fairly good sense that in fact, African Americans have made many contributions to America.
First of all, serve with? You mean we're employed by the government at the same time as? Believe me, I have a fairly good sense of African Americans' contributions. After all, I'm talking to you via a television, the same box that once broadcast The Cosby Show. So I think, and of course, The Cosby Mysteries. But here's the great thing about Newt Leroy Gingrich. He is not being defensive. He's truly bewildered that he's taken for saying something so incredibly altruistic.
I said I would be willing to go to the NAACP annual convention, which most Republicans are not willing to do, and I'd be willing to talk about the importance of food stamps versus paychecks. Now, I would have thought there would have been a positive response that says, gosh, here's a Republican who cares enough that he's willing to go and talk to one of the most left-wing organizations in America about how to help the people they represent.
I'm willing to head down to the slums of Baltimore, taking my life into my own hands, and teach you people what a paycheck looks like. I believe the phrase you're looking for is thank you. For more senior political analyst Wyatt Cenac joins us right now. Wyatt, what do you think? What do you make of these latest remarks by Newt Gingrich?
John, let's just say it. That is some racist bull. I mean, it is 2012. What took him so long?